I told my wife.
Who is this? Hello?
It's over. I told my wife.
Who is this?
Then I'll take this. No. No. Did you just slap me? Yes, I did. And you deserved it. No, I didn't. Your hand is huge. That's not fair. Give it back. It's mine.
No,
Give it.
no.
Hey, stop it. That's mine. Just give it to me. Ah! What did you do? My dog doesn't need a leash.
He's independent. When's this fat bitch gonna come get her pizza?
Oh my god! Wait, did you just call me a fat bitch? Pew, pew, pew! Harold! No! Did you just make your voice slow motion? Maybe.
Gotcha!
Tiny school? Yeah. Big school. And Big Johnson. What? Then I'll take this. No! No! Did you?
How the hell did we go from this?
MC Mikey. MC Ricky Ricky.
Do this. Poor Mikey, he's all alone now without his brothers. By his side rip his older brothers. How the hell did we go from this?
MC Mikey. MC Ricky Ricky.
We have a special guest coming to stay, so I wanted to show you how we're getting set up. First, I'm transforming this couch into a bed, and then we're vacuuming it to make sure it's extra clean. Then we're putting on this foam topper to make it super cushy, followed by these floral sheets. Next, we put on a cozy white comforter and made sure to do the hotel tuck so it's super tight. Now it's time to layer sleeping pillows along with decorative ones as well. Lastly, I'm making a welcome basket with water, some beauty products for them to try, snacks, and some clean towels. I also added a welcome note with the Wi-Fi password. I can't wait for our guests to arrive, and we're heading to the 50 Cent concert. We have a special guest coming to stay, so I wanted to show you how.
Wow.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Hi, Barbie.
In a Barbie world. Hi, Ken. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush the.
Wow.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Hi, Barbie.
In a Barbie world. Hi, Ken. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. You can.
Hello?
It's over. I told my wife.
Who is this?
Okay, we're coming in with another reaction. I love that they've got a pimple patch on. They're not manipulating this thing. Don't pick your pimples. That's always a bad idea. Gently removing the pimple patch and you see that the stuff is coming out on its own. Okay, we're coming in with another reaction.
What the hell's that mean, don't make noise?
People to stay in their homes.
Stay here.
And to stay have been deployed to pull the picket.
Shit, man. Everybody, let's do what they say. Put your phones on silent, okay?
What's happening?
I don't know.
Boarding a gate blasted through an ancient rock fall and sealed off for millions of years.
What the?
Make noise. Do not.
All right, you hang tight. I'll be right back. Where are you going? I'm gonna get some gear. You want to stick around while a million of those things show up?
No, but we're supposed to just stay here and stay silent.
Then the cities are the worst place to be, aren't they?
What the hell's that mean, don't make noise?
People to stay in their homes.
Stay here.
And to stay have been deployed to pull the picket.
Shit, man.
Everybody, let's do what they say. Put your phones on silent, okay?
What's happening?
I don't know.
Boarding a gate blasted through an ancient rock fall and sealed off for millions of years.
What the?
पता है लोग हमसे क्यों डरते हैं? हमारा आशीर्वाद बहुत शक्तिशाली होता है और हमारा श्राप बहुत भयावह।
What happened to the Sunday scaries? This happened. Let go with Ego.
Hello, and welcome back to Movino. Today, I'm going to recap the 2019 movie titled The Silenced. Sit back and enjoy. The movie begins with a TV report where a deadly pandemic has spread across some states in the north of America. This deadly pandemic is so serious that anyone who speaks will die. In a news report, we see graphic images of some people that fell victim to the pandemic. Elsewhere, a video shows a terrified woman recording herself inside a vehicle. Her daughter sits in the back seat with her mouth taped so that she doesn't scream, and the woman is seen holding a sign that says "Don't make noise." Because of this, the government has declared a state of emergency by instructing everyone to stay indoors and switch all their phones off. And just a few days after the announcement, the pandemic has already destroyed a large number of people in the country. In a subway, there's blood and dead bodies everywhere. Survivors have taken refuge inside some coaches and look very frightened, in hopes to see an end to the pandemic. A nursing mother makes an effort to quiet her crying baby, but with no success. A group of passengers suddenly get terrified of the noise and proceed to kick the baby out of the train. But the caring mother decides to leave with him. Sadly, in just a matter of seconds, something strange suddenly attacked them. The movie then flashes back to where and how it all started. A group of archaeologists are seen digging through a cave that has never been explored, which is 1,000 feet beneath the Appalachian Trail in Pennsylvania. As they dig, they come across a massive dark chamber and begin to celebrate. However, they suddenly begin to hear strange noises coming from within. Seconds later, the researchers are suddenly attacked by strange flying creatures that kill them instantly as they fly out of the cave. We are then taken to a high school in Montclair, New Jersey. A deaf young girl named Allie Andrews is waiting for a bus when she realizes that a group of young guys are mocking her because she's deaf. She decides to walk back home after ignoring them. Allie lost her hearing ability after a car accident a few years ago. In the accident, she also lost her paternal grandparents. Despite her setbacks, she communicates with others through sign language, lip reading, and speaking. Meanwhile, a guy named Rob catches up to her and decides to walk her home. Amazingly, the two have a major crush on each other, but always shy to admit it. At work, Allie's father, Hugh, receives a call from his wife Kelly telling him that their daughter was again bullied at school. Even though he's upset by this, he can't do much about it. Ever since Allie lost her hearing, her parents have become very protective of her to the extent of having quarrels about it. The Andrews family resides in a cool neighborhood together with their pet dog, Otis. Allie has a brother, Jude, and Lynn, her maternal grandmother. Later that night, Rob sends Allie a random video of what appears to be a flock of birds that look like bats flying somewhere. At dawn, Kelly wakes up Allie to come downstairs. She could see her entire family watching TV in the living room looking worried. They have all windows closed. The fireplace has also been covered by plastic. There is a report on the TV that several U.S. cities are under attack by an unknown species of pterosaur-like creature referred to as vests, through the activities of some researchers. After blasting through an ancient rock that was sealed off for millions of years, those creatures were released. The creatures are attracted by noise and can kill humans within seconds. Because of this, the U.S. government has declared a state of emergency by asking people to stay indoors and avoid noise-making at all costs. As everyone is terrified watching the news, Allie suggests that the family move to the countryside because it's more quiet and safer. Hugh agrees and everyone starts packing their belongings. Glenn, a very close friend to Hugh, also joins them, and together they hit the roads to the countryside. Along the way, the family stops to refuel their vehicles at a gas station. Allie decides to take the dog out to pee. Hugh also tries to keep his son Jude entertained. Suddenly, Allie starts screaming and Hugh quickly runs to her. A criminal has held her at gunpoint, demanding the keys to their car. Just before Hugh was about to comply, Glenn shows up and shoots the robber in the foot. The terrified family take the man's gun and drive away. The criminal was left behind to be killed by the creatures. Despite their escape, they come across a massive traffic jam that's blocking the major highways. Glenn suggests another way and they go off-road. While Glenn was driving through the countryside, he suddenly comes across a herd of fleeing deer. In an attempt to avoid a crash, he ends up tumbling down the slope. Hugh and the rest of the family quickly run to check on him and fortunately find him alive. But unfortunately, he is trapped inside the car. They tried their best to save Glenn. They tried using a nut wrench to open the door and called 911, but didn't work out. Sadly, Glenn realizes that he is eventually going to bleed out as no one can rescue him. He asks Hugh to hand him his gun and leave with his family. But Hugh didn't want to leave his best friend alone. But for the safety of his family, he has to. Just before they leave, Otis senses something and starts barking continuously. The noise attracts the Vesps and they quickly start attacking the vehicle, since the Vesps are not stopping the attack. Glenn, who is still trapped inside the car, starts firing his gun to lure the creatures to him. By so doing, he manages to buy the family some time but gets himself killed in the process. However, Otis keeps on barking. The only way to save themselves from the Vesps is to make the difficult decision and let the dog out of their vehicle to die. Despite getting rid of the noise, they still can't drive their vehicle without attracting the Vesps, so they decide to abandon it. To further distract the Vesps, Hugh lights Glenn's car on fire and the family sets out on foot to find a shelter. After walking for several hours, Lynn continues to struggle with her coughs, putting the family at risk. Later that evening, they come across an isolated fenced house with a locked gate. When they tried opening the gate, a bell begins ringing and attracts the Vesps. The property owner also comes out with a gun. She tries threatening the intruders, but the Vesps immediately attack her. After the attack, Hugh finds a drainage tunnel that leads into the compound. He enters the house first to ensure it's safe. Hugh alerts the rest of the family and Allie and the rest enter the tunnel. Unfortunately, Jude comes across a rattlesnake which makes him scream to attract the Vesps. The Vesps quickly kill the snake, but they also bite Kelly's leg from outside the tunnel. To save his family from the Vesps, Hugh quickly turns on a wood chipper that distracts the creatures and shreds them into pieces. In the next scene, the family eventually enters the house and have Kelly's wounds treated. Before Allie goes to bed, she contacts Rob and finds out that his parents have been killed by the Vesps. She tells him to get out of the city immediately, but she loses connection before Rob's respond. Meanwhile, despite the pandemic, a religious cult is actively seeking new recruits and killing non-believers. The next day, Lynn examines Kelly's wounds again and finds out that it's infected. Hugh and Allie decide to go out to find antibiotics to stop the wound from spreading. After an hour of walking, they come across an empty town and begin looking for a pharmacy. They find one, but it is abandoned and smells of dead bodies. Hugh begins to pick the medicine while Allie explores the store. She notices vesp eggs growing inside some dead bodies inside the store. Out of shock, she mistakenly makes some noise and alerts the creatures. They are now stuck inside as several vesps enter the store. Hugh quickly comes up with a plan. He lights a mop on fire and activates the fire alarm. As the fire alarm goes off, the noise together with the sprinkler distract the creatures and allowing Hugh and Allie to safely escape. When they got out, they are approached by a reverend who seems to have cut his tongue. He appears to be the leader of the cult and is going around recruiting people. He even kills non-believers. The reverend asks them to join his people, but he refuses and they walk away. They return home safely with the medicine and begin treating Kelly's wounds. The next day, Allie informs Hugh that after watching the news, it stated that the Vests can't stand extreme cold weather, so people above the Arctic Circle are safe. Later in the day, the Reverend and his cult members show up at the house. After asking Hugh once again to join the cult, he turns him down. Hugh proceeds to go back inside, but the Reverend stops him and shows him a strange note which reads, "The girl is fertile." Again, Hugh ignores them and goes back inside. At that point, the Reverend and his members are thinking Hugh is going to fetch his daughter for them, but he returns with a gun and points it at them. The crazy cult members are not terrified because they know he won't shoot them to create noise and put his family in danger. Hugh disarms the weapon and the cult members fin Allie leave him alone. In the night, Allie gets a message from Rob who tells her that he has decided to seek refuge by heading to the north. The north happens to be the place where everyone can be safe from creatures. Sadly, Allie loses her phone signal before getting to ask him more about it. Around midnight, Hugh and Kelly hear loud noises from outside the house. He quickly goes checks the main door with his rifle. Kelly decides to wake Lynn and Jude up. Hugh doesn't see anyone at the door. However, Jude sees a little girl his age standing outside. The girl looks terrified, so Kelly allows her inside. The family provides her with a warm blanket and begin interrogating her, but the little girl does not respond. Kelly notices some scars around her jaw and inspects her mouth. They quickly discover that the girl doesn't have a tongue. She is a member of the cult, and most likely sent by the creepy Reverend. At this point, the family has been set up. After checking her waist, they discovered that she's been strapped with multiple mobile phones. At the same time, Allie wakes up in her room and notices a cell phone taped to a cross on her window. Suddenly, the phone alarm goes off and the noise attracts the creatures, making Allie very terrified. At the same time, the phones strapped to the little girl also start making noise and the family struggles to take them off. Hugh manages to dump the phones in water while Allie runs into the living room. Meanwhile, the creatures start breaking their windows. While Hugh and Jude try to keep the Vests out, Allie and the others quickly go into the basement to hide. When they entered the basement, Allie is unfortunately grabbed by some masked cult members who have been waiting for her. Kelly tries to fight the men but gets kicked into the wall and falls down. The men take Allie out together with the little girl. Lynn quickly gets out of the house and follows the men outside. She grabs 2 of the 3 men and signals Allie to run. She quickly runs, and when she got a bit far, Lynn starts screaming while still holding the 2 men. The noise attracts the Vesps and they quickly rip them into pieces. The rest of the family comes outside but cannot do anything. At that moment, the Reverend shows up and grabs Allie. The Reverend signals Hugh to stay silent and then he leaves. However, Hugh, Kelly, and Jude use the rain to their advantage and quietly follow them. They launch a surprise attack and Hugh strangles the cult leader with a rifle, but he manages to stab Hugh in the waist with a knife. However, Hugh gets up despite the pain and knocks the cult leader down with a headbutt. After taking out the other cult members, Kelly helps her husband by taking the knife out of his waist. When the Reverend attempts to get up, Hugh uses the rifle to knock him multiple times until he dies. After the incident, the family returns home while the tongueless girl walks away with her mother. A few weeks later, we see the family trekking across the country. Initially, they arrive at the safe haven, known as the Refuge. In the final scene, Allie and Robert are seen hunting Vesps in the forest. Please like and share this video to help the channel out. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.
This is the best cosmetic in Gorilla Tag. There's a lot of questions that you may ask yourself in the Gorilla Tag community on what's the best color code, what's your favorite map, and just a lot of other questions. But what is the best Gorilla Tag cosmetic? I did my research on what the best cosmetic was. Surprisingly, a lot of YouTubers have this cosmetic. It is actually the candy cane on the arm because in my opinion, Christmas is such a magical feeling. So a lot of people would buy this cosmetic, right?
Guys? Is this Freddy Fazbear? Guys? Is this...
So we all know and love Gorilla Tag, right? But when playing Gorilla Tag, we often get asked a lot of questions. Hey, what's the rarest Gorilla Tag cosmetic?
What's the rarest Gorilla Tag color
Hey,
code?
what map do you play the— Silence. I am here to tell you the most expensive Gorilla Tag cosmetic ever. First, let's talk about what update it came out in. Long before time had it. I don't know why I'm doing that. So basically, 3 years ago when Gorilla Tag was made, there was something off about this wall right here. I mean, obviously before it was open, there was a secret tunnel, which we know as the beach map. When the beach map came out, we got a bunch of summer cosmetics. And this is where they stored those cosmetics. But there was an extra cosmetic that costed a whopping $30. And no, it is not the gold helmet, and no, it is not the gold umbrella or the gold boots. It was actually the snorkel set that was placed right behind me. They are both a whopping 30 bucks. And that is equivalent to 7,500 shiny rocks. But it's just so annoying how... So we all know and love Gorilla Tag. Gorilla Tag took so long to make this map. So if you guys watch my content, you know that we all know and love Gorilla Tag. But if you play Gorilla Tag, you know that there's a lot of questions that you might ask yourself. Like, what's the rarest cosmetic? What's the rarest color code? But in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the map that took the hardest amount of effort. Basically, the map that took the most amount of time to make. You guys might be like, oh, it's Forest because it's a classic. Well, no, it's not. You guys might also be like, oh, it's the Caves revamp because Caves took the longest amount of time to make. Well, no, it didn't take the longest amount of time to make, but it is a new map. So that recently gave it like a rise in popularity, kind of. I was destined to find what map was the rarest, so I did my research until I came up with one answer. Well, the map that is the rarest is actually mountains. I mean, they did have to add a sliding effect, and they also had to add a sliding effect to the slide. And if you guys didn't know, the ice and the slide inside the slide, they are two different sliding mechanics. So that's why Gorilla Tag took so long to make this map. So if you guys watch my content, you know that we all know and love
Gorilla Tag nostalgia. Remember when we used to save our shiny rocks without spending our money? Remember being excited when an update came out? Remember getting out of school and looking forward to playing Gorilla Tag with your friends? Remember when Gemman Curly had 100,000 subs? Remember when there was no toxicity? What happened? Gorilla Tag nostalgia.
How many C4s does it take to break my game? Shout out to K9, this is not my idea. 1 C4. Didn't really do anything, but anyways, 5 C4. Once again, it didn't really do anything, my game is doing completely fine. 10 C4. Ow, I hit the tree. So I kept hitting the tree, so I moved different positions. 15 C4. Alright, I got a huge lag spike on that one. 20 C4. My game just went black for a second. 35 C4. Oh my gosh, no! This is not Gorilla Tag. Like this video if I should do 100 nukes. How many C4s does it take to break my game? Shout out to K9, this is not my idea. I found out how to get RTX in Gorilla Tag, and I'm gonna be showing you guys every map. So basically, my hands look insane, but this is the first map. And look at these guys. Like, it just reflects. Like, look at my hand. It's red. Look at my hand. It's green. Look at my hand. It's blue. But now let me go show you guys Forest. Wait, before I show you guys Forest, stay tuned, like this video, and subscribe if you want a tutorial. Anyways, guys, 3, 2, 1. I know, it is actually crazy. Alright, I'm about to show you guys this city, but before I show you guys, like and subscribe. 3, 2, 1. Like this video, subscribe, and comment tutorial.
Would you take this offer? You get to live with all of your friends in a gaming house. You get $1 billion. You're friends with your favorite YouTubers. You get 100. Would you take this offer? You get 1 million shiny rocks. You get to become a moderator in Gorilla Tag. You get
Gorilla Tag, but I answer your comments part 2. Subscribe and comment to be in the next one. What flavor of chair do you like? Well, I was thinking like 8. I don't know, just the number 8, pretty cool. Imagine not being in part 2. Dude, imagine, like, if you could, what G-Tag player would you collab with? You already know my answer. It's K9. I love K9. K9's my inspiration. What's your fave Gorilla Tag map? Definitely Forest. It is OG. It is a classic. It was the first map in Gorilla Tag, and I love branching and wall running. When is purple? Gorilla Tag, but I answer your comments. Part 1. If you guys want to be in this series, comment on this post and Gorilla Tag, but I have to get from the top of mountains to the gem and crystal caverns without saying the word. Okay, so also mentioning that I cannot touch the floor, so this is going to be 10 times harder. Alright, I'm going to try to jump onto that real quick. Okay. Ready? Okay. Whew. City is filled with floors. Okay, good. Okay. So, I might jump onto that sign and then jump on a computer. Eat my butt. I'll just do a quick time lapse. Okay. Now before I jump onto the crystal, make sure to like and subscribe. This is gonna be really easy. Oh my gosh, let's go, Minecraft. Wait, did I just say Minecraft? Gorilla tag, but if I get recognized, the video ends. I'll be going into public lobbies, not with this guy because you suck. I'm joking, let's go. Oh, poop. Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, yo! Another modern or PC, bro. Are you the real one? I thought JC.
Oh, well, that was the first lobby. Okay, well.
I need to fist bump you right now.
This challenge was so easy. Anyways, Gorilla tag, but if I get recognized, the video ends. I'll be going into public lobbies, not with this guy because you suck. I'm joking, let's go. Oh, poop. Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, yo! Another modern or PC, bro. Are you the real one? I thought JC.
Oh, well, that was the first lobby. Okay, well.
I need to fist bump you right now.
This challenge was
If somebody is saying things that are hurting your feelings, the best thing to do is walk away. If they get physical, strike when necessary, but if it is a simple argument, keep it civilized and mind your own business. Stay calm and show them who is truly the boss of the situation. Showing attention to people like that can lead to physical contact. Subscribe for more tips. If somebody is
One of the creepiest internet phenomenon is millions of people around the world are claiming the existence of a virtual reality game called Gorilla Tag. Further research has been done, and there is no existence of such game. It is also said that many content creators focus.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
This isn't Charlie, this is his mom, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Karen.
Karen. Sorry, I'm just...
What is the rarest Gorilla Tag color code? So if you play Gorilla Tag, you know that there is a lot of color codes in the game. But sometimes I think to myself, what is the rarest Gorilla Tag color code? I was destined to find which color code would be the rarest. Until I came across 940. This color code is actually the least rated color code because nobody really wears orange. I mean, yeah, you could blend into canyons, but other than that, there is no use to this color code. So now I know, what is the rarest Gorilla Tag color code? So if you play Gorilla Tag, you know that there is a lot of color codes in the game. But sometimes I think you might own the rarest cosmetic in Gorilla Tag. A lot of people think it's like the stick, the anime badge, or the finger painter badge. But this cosmetic has actually came out in Gorilla Tag before. And not a lot of people bought it. It is actually the Dungeons badge. I mean, people are always talking about how there isn't a badge for Dungeons, but there it is. Subscribe if you have the Dungeons badge. And that Gorilla Tag, but I only have 50 steps. I'm gonna need to get from the top of beach map all the way to the top of canyons. Alright, let's go. You might own the rarest cosmetic in Gorilla Tag. What is the rarest Gorilla Tag color code? So if you play Gorilla Tag, you know that there is a lot of color codes in the game. But sometimes I think to myself, what is the rarest Gorilla Tag color code? I was destined to find which color code would be the rarest. Until I came across. You might own the Gorilla Tag. You can get the finger painter badge in Gorilla Tag right now. Gorilla Tag just posted their new content creator program. Well, not new, but yeah, it's coming back. This video isn't a Gorilla Tag, but if I get recognized, the video ends. Gorilla tag, but if I get recognized, the video ends. Goodness, I like your fit. I need to say something. Pink, I need to tell you something. Fortnite. Oh! Gorilla tag, but if I get Attention all Gorilla Tag content creators. If you guys watch my content, I have been through so many color codes, including dark red, specifically 100, pink, specifically 969, and then a lot of purples, including 519, 407, and what's the 304, and my most early one is 639, which is my favorite so far. But I want to settle on one color code for the rest of my Gorilla Tag career. So, let's make a challenge. The most famous Gorilla Tag content creator to leave a color code in the comments, that will be my forever color code. So if it's J-Man, it's obviously going to be my top color code because no one has more subscribers than J-Man. If it's K9 and there's someone with a little bit more subs than him, it's going to beat him. Just do it! Do it! Attention all Gorilla Tag content creators. If you guys watch my content, I have been through so many color codes, including dark red, specifically 100, pink, specifically 969, and then a lot of purples, including 519, 407, and what's the 304, and my most early one is 639, which is my favorite so far. But I want to settle on one color code for the Attention all Gorilla Tag content creators. If you guys watch my content,
So every year we do this, what we call